What's up everybody, it's Fortier. Thank you for watching my video, and today I'm going to speak on health and health awareness and why we should choose to be as healthy as possible. So at the center here I have awareness written down, and with awareness comes choices. And we live in a day and age of information, so pretty much any questions we have, the answers exist out there. And it is completely up to us to become informed or knowledgeable on a certain subject that we are passionate about or interested in. And then with that information and knowledge, we're then able to make smarter choices. So in this video, I'm going to speak on why we should choose to become as healthy as possible. So to start, health is wealth. So you will not be able to reach the pinnacle of life in any aspect if you do not have your health. So the pinnacle of relationships, the pinnacle of business, or even just having fun and living life, it's going to be very difficult to achieve that if you're not healthy. So we all know that being healthy and being able to walk, being able to run, being able to work out, being able to speak, whatever it is very important to have with us through this life. So why do we get healthy? It's to then use it out in the real world. So I don't just get as healthy as possible to hunker down and hide from the world and know that I have my health, because one, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So we get as healthy as possible to then go out in the real world and in a healthy manner be able to handle the tests or the shots that are going to come your way as you go through life, because we're all going to deal with stressors or negativities or hardships. That's just a part of life. But when you're in a healthy state, it's a lot more manageable. It's a lot more efficient in the ways that you're able to then deal with these stressors or problems or tests. So that is why we search, or that is why we build our health in the highest level that we can. So that leads me now to down here is being ignorant. So if we're not aware, then we're ignorant. So like I said, it's up to us whether we want to become aware on certain things or if we don't. And then with that awareness, you can then make smarter or dumber choices. But ignorance is not always bliss. So if we're consuming something that is toxic for our mind or bodies, and we're consuming it a lot or consistently, and we don't know about it, that will eventually catch up to you whether you like it or not. That is just the reality of life. So it's not always great to be ignorant on something, although it can be in ways, but if something will catch up to you long term, it's probably better to get ahead of it and be able to then make that choice that we probably know is smarter or the better choice if you're searching for health. So with that now, with awareness comes paranoia. And me and my friends like to say schizophrenic, or maybe that's just me, but if you're now with your awareness of what's unhealthy or what's healthy, if you're now schizophrenically or over the top freaking out over ingredients or 5G or whatever it is that's harming you, and you're telling yourself that these things are bad for you and hurting you, then that's going to be the case. They will indeed affect you negatively. So I spoke on a video, I was in my car, and it's on my pages, but I spoke on being able to alter your genetics. And science says that we alter our genetics by the reaction to our environment. So the way we're seeing things, the way we're telling ourselves things, like what we're telling ourselves to our environment, plays a very large role, a very key role in what's going to then be our reality. So again, if you're telling yourself, if you decide to have a soda or something and you're telling yourself, beating yourself up over drinking it, that's going to be way worse for you than simply just drinking the soda and knowing that you are more powerful than that soda. But yes, so let's get into now, I'm going to stand over here, health and living in a state of health and what comes along with that and why it's better than the opposite. So, being in a state of health, when you're in this state and things are in homeostasis, they're firing, they're wiring together synergetically as they should, then we're going to be in a state of creation. And I believe all of us humans are creators, and we should be creating on a day-to-day basis, and we should be creating much, much more than we're consuming. And when you're in a state of health, you will notice that creating comes a lot easier. Just as your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, whatever it is, it's just when everything's working together, it's a lot easier to be in that state of creation, and that's going to bring out the best version of yourself. So, in a state of health, we have regeneration. So, regenerating, building our bodies back up, being able to heal, being able to strengthen from, again, those shots that life is going to throw at you. You're just able to handle them way better when you're in this state. Homeostasis, I touch on that, everything working together as it should, as nature intended. And when you're healthy, it allows for you to be connected to something greater than yourself. And when you're connected to something greater than yourself, that opens the door for all possibilities. So, a lot more things, I wrote here magnetic, a lot more things will come to you, a lot more things will happen, and you will be able to notice them. That is a crucial thing. You'll be able to have that awareness when you're in this state that maybe I met this person for a reason, or maybe this crossed my table or this crossed my path, and you're able to put puzzle pieces together because things are again working together and in a more clear way. Things become more clear when you are healthy. So let's dive over, but before that, when we're in this state, we carry a different energy about ourselves. People can feel when you're in this state, and that is definitely important because it's like two different versions of you. And let's dive over now to the opposite side. So if we are not in a state of health, then in this life, things are always changing, things are always moving. So there's no stillness. So again, we can't just be healthy and hold on to it. We have to use it. But if we're not moving forward, striving to be healthy, then we are then moving backwards, and we will then be in a state of survival or a state of illness. So this state is interesting because when you're in this state and you're in survival, you're completely focused on self. And when you're focused on self, when you're focused on places, when you're focused on times, it limits you. It limits what you're able to see, like I just touched on over here, because all of your energy is going to surviving. And when you're only able to survive, when you're only focused on surviving, again, it's going to limit the way you see the world. And it will then limit those possibilities that we touch on over here. Because when you see the world a certain way and you're just focused on getting through the day, it limits the possibilities, like I just said. But when you're in a state of survival or illness, you will have dis-ease in the body, in the mind. So it's not a good place to be. Degeneration, that's your mind, that's your body breaking down now. And that is not the way we want to go, correct? So, limited possibilities, I touched on that, and then I wrote repelling. So, what I mean by that is getting into this. It's a different energy we carry. People can feel your energy whether you like it or not. They know if you've been putting in the work or if you're just talking about the work. And I know this from experience. That's why I'm able to have this perspective. So, and that's why I'm sharing it with everybody. But I would ask people or ask myself, which person would you want to be around? The person over here who's creating every day, they're magnetic, they're good, positive, happy people with high energy, they're healthy, and they're connected to a mission. They know why they're here, they know what they're going after, and they're working every day to go after those things that they want. Or would you rather be with the person who's in pain? They're focused on surviving, getting through the day. Maybe they're always sick, their bodies are breaking down, they're dealing with injuries, they may be negative or just in a different state. Now, it's not to say don't hang out with these people because blah, blah, blah. No, but our goal should be to achieve this, so then we're able to take these shots of stress or disease or whatever it is and be able to handle them with our health. So, two different energies, right? And that's the thing, is it takes a lot of energy regardless of what side of the coin we choose. So energy is being expended both ways. If you want to live in survival, if you want to live in stress, disease, degeneration, and have limited possibilities, okay, but you're expending the same amount of energy. It's not like this is easier or takes less of you. It might, in fact, take more. But this takes energy as well. So you will be using your energy that we all have to achieve this. And I would argue that this is better, as I'm sure most people can see. So, just going over it again. So, health is wealth. We need our health to achieve what we want to achieve in life. And it connects us to our purpose. It connects us to our mission. And it's a lot better of a state to be in. So, I've done experimenting with these two states. Honestly, growing up, I would say I only knew this state. And a few years ago, I became way more aware of certain things, and I was then able to make choices. And I've experimented with living in this state, and I've experimented purposefully living in this state with the awareness. And I've done it for, I would probably say, a solid year. I pretty much purposefully entered myself into this state to draw outcomes from it. And my conclusions from challenging both sides and kind of testing it out, I would definitely take this one all day. And it's not hard to sell you, I don't think, but it's not hard to see either. So, yes. This channel, my content is going to be focused on creating a healthy lifestyle, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever it is, that's going to be my goal, because again, with this health, you are able to get through the real world and achieve what you've set out to achieve. And there's no more time that can be wasted. It's not, things are moving fast. So being able to have that awareness and then get on your path and on your mission is extremely important. And wasting time is just not the move. So if you do have the awareness, you have that blessing of being able to being able to have that knowledge of certain subjects, use it to your advantage. Don't waste it. But this was my talk. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this maybe opened your eyes, opened your perspective. Let me know what y'all think. And I'm looking forward to more videos coming. We're going to get it going. Fortier, Flo, that was a good one. Thank you guys. Enjoy your day. Be blessed.